Hi, today we are going to discuss about the hash code and equals methods in Java. This is also one of the interview questions commonly asked in Java interview. So let's discuss about the hash code and equals overriding and its importance. So the hash code and equals method. So this is very important to understand if we using or if we are dealing with object in multiple operations in collections. Okay, so what is the rules or what is the importance of the hash code implementation? Okay, so let's understand what is meant by the hash code. Okay, so the hash code is the value that is determines, we can say that it's identity of that object. Okay, so we can say that the hash code will retain always the same value multiple in multiple time call, which means that we are assigning one unique value to the object and it will get always the same for that particular uh, object. Okay, so whenever why do we need this hash code in our why do we need the importance of the hash code in our Java is like whenever we use a custom object, our own object in the collection, especially in the map key value pair map. So if you want to use the um, object, I mean classes as the key in the key value map pairs. So in order to get the better performance, we need to override the hash code method in the particular class. Okay, so for that one, we need to efficiently create the hash code generation for that particular object. Then that will be the better performance. We can discuss that in upcoming videos for how do we can uh, add these classes in the as a key in the map of a collection framework. Okay, so the first condition is saying that hash code will always same the in multiple time code. Then the second thing is that for two equal object determine the equal method. So subsequently the equal method is also has the importance. So if the two objects are same or equal by executing the equal method, so even we execute the equal method, if it returns a true, then it will always return the same hash code. So basically it is saying that whenever the two object has the same, if they are same or similar, then its a hash code will be always the same. Okay, then what else is saying that if two object hash code are same but they may not be the same object by the equals. That is the contradictory point here we want to, I mean, he would like to mention here. If two objects are same by the equals method, then its hash code will be same. But two different objects can have the same hash code. So that's the reason I mentioned earlier that there should be very good implementation for the hash code value. Then only its identification or hash code generation will be unique in across the multiple objects. Okay, let's check the by code wise. So I have created one package here called it com.java.training.hashcode, and here I have one class that is hash code example one, and here I have two objects. So string itself as an object, and it is created by the literally, so that is string str1 is equal to Pinoy and string str2 is equal to Pinoy. So we already discussed about this string data type and where it will be, these values will be stored, and it will be stored in the string pool, and the mechanism or the theory behind of this string pool we already discussed in the data type of the string. So these two variables str1 and str2 will be same, and it will point to the same object called Pinoy. What I mean by that, this string str1 and str2 will be pointing to the same object. So in string pool, only one Pinoy will be existing. Okay. Similarly, there is two way we can create this string. So this is the using the new operator. I created s1 and s2, and it has the value of bin. Okay. So this is we already also this will be stored in the heap memory. Okay. So let's let's take the example of how the hash code is generating. Okay, so in order to that, I'm comparing whether the hash code. So if you printing the hash code of S1, this S1 hash code equal to S2 hash code, and whether we are checking by, see, if the hash code are equal, there is not mandatory that these should be equal. Okay, but if this is equal, S1 and S2 are equal, then its hash code definitely will be true. So I'm just uh, printing the below of one. If S1 and S2 are equal, then definitely its hash code will be true. But if these are not equal, there may or may not be equal. Okay, that's the condition. Then it is checking S1 and S2 are the same by the reference type. Okay, similarly, we are printing the hash code value of a string. Here we created literally, and we are comparing these two, S1 and comparing whether this pointing at 2 and whether don't need this, whether this pointing out to 2. Okay, also we can compare hash code and hash code. So one more condition is, in order to same of this one, system.out.println, that is str1 dot equals str2. Okay, I'm running this. Okay, in order to understand, I'm making one differentiation between these two, just to understand. Here we can see that, see, this is the true. What is this true means? Both are equals. Y means its value is equals. Okay, so that's the reason these two are equal. If the value means, if these two objects are equal in the if equal in by returning the equals method, then its a hash code will be equal. So that's the reason this is also you got as a equal. So we can print that as well to understand. S1 dot hash code. So this is the hash code, and it is equal. Then it is checking whether these two references are same. These two references are not same means these two objects are different, but its values are equal. That's how this method is different. See here, this is also equals checking. This is also equals. What is the between the difference between the dot equals method and comparing the compare operator also? So correct. So what is this difference is that this equal method internally will check the properties of the object. That means it has the value of the bin. So that is comparing the bin value. Okay, but here what it is checking is that whether the reference are equal of these two objects. So here you can see that these two references are pointing to different objects, but those objects values are equal. That's the reason this is printed as a false. But in the case of string creating the literally, it will be equal. Correct. See, this will be equal because there will be only one binary will be created in the string pool, and its hash code values are printed. Both are same. As this is equal by this equals method, then its a hash code definitely will be same, and this is two objects reference also same because that is the principle of string pool. Okay, then we need to also one, I mean, should familiar with the equals method. Okay, for example, if there is a class person, and there will be two properties or two variables, name and string, name and ID. Okay, then we should be override. How do we override? Public boolean equals with the, okay, So we are comparing. What is we comparing? We are comparing. See here we compared with the str1 str, right? So there is we comparing a person object of this current object. Okay. So we are comparing if this dot name dot equals, this is a string, right? So this is equals with other dot name other dot name and this dot id dot equals other dot id, then return true, else return false. So what here I mean by this one, I'm comparing two objects. If I created two objects, for example, if I created and I want to initialize this one in the constructor. So I'm creating the constructor here. I created the constructor, string name, string id. Oops, there's a typo mistake. String and this dot name equals name, this dot id equals id. Okay, so I need to compare these two. Okay, how do I compare? So I'm creating person 1, person b1 equal to new person b9, id is equal to 1, and I'm creating another object having the same, and I'm creating another object same, and I'm just comparing. Here we can see that both values are same, so it should be b1 dot equal, it should print both should be as true. You can see that is the true. So in order to understand this separate, we are separating person. I'm saving, I'm running again. So this we can see that this is the equals. But if we printing this one as, if we compare the two pointers, p1 equals p2, it won't be same. Okay, so this is how do we can say that this is not the same, because we are here, it is a comparing. What we are comparing, it's what is the properties of the person? The properties of the person is this one, name and id. If these two names are equal, name and the current object name and whatever the object we are supposed to validate, that if both are same and also its IDs are same, then we will return true, else we will return false. So that is the importance of the equals. So generally, in order to make sure whenever we override the equals, we also override the hash code as well. Okay, so in order to do the hash code, we can use some kind of algorithms, like some kind of algorithm in order to get the correct. For example, if I'm returning like this, it will not be a good signature, correct? So instead of that, we should take this not, I mean, we should convert this into the car array, something like that. Car c is equal to name, this dot name dot to car array. Okay, then we should do some logic on this car array depending on the values. I tried this. Okay, I tried car x is equal to c. Then we can say that what we can do, that is hash code is equal to 0 when we are adding that code value. For example, hash code is equal to hash code plus x. Okay. So we are adding the each column's value into the hash code, then we are returning the hash code. So it will, it could be definitely the name will be, for example, Binoy, Binoy. So if the order is changed, also the hash code will be same, correct? For example, what I mean by this, if we do, why do we say that if two objects are equal, their hash code will be equal? That's what the condition we said. But if the hash code equal, that doesn't mean it's equal. That will be both are same object. Why the difference is that if the name of the but person's object is the Binoy, then say suppose this is the, after executing this one, it's whatever the hash code it will be generated, maybe 1,000 or 100, whatever 1,000 I'm putting, just guessing here. But if we reorder the name like IBNOY, which is also 1,000. But so what happens? This object, and if we created on object B1, B2 on this value and B1 with this value, with this current Binoy string. So it's a hash code are same, but if you compare with the equals, these two are not equal. Correct. So if these two names are equal, means this hash code will be always equal. So that's the difference here. I just want to mention. So whenever we do override the equals method, it's good to have override in the hash code as well. So this is the topic we would like to cover in this video. Thank you.
If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos.